Humans throughout the ages have always been fascinated by space and astronomy, searching among planets, moons, and stars, and launching space missions to celestial bodies. But the strange thing is that they've always been exploring distant places only. No one ever thought of exploring a place that's very close to us, just a few dozen kilometers away. And to reach that place, all we simply have to do is, instead of looking up, we look down. Welcome to our channel, Wonders of Secrets. But before we start, if you're new to the channel, don't forget to subscribe and activate the bell so you get our videos as soon as they're released. We all say that the Earth's interior is hot and full of lava, but have you ever asked yourself, how did we know that? How did we know that the Earth's interior is that hot? Even more strangely, we find geologists describing the Earth's internal structure in detailed terms: an inner core, an outer core, a crust, and more. So how did they find out about all this? Did someone actually visit the Earth's interior and then come back to tell people the details of their trip and what they saw down there? Or how does it work? The truth is, the story started with the physicist Lord Kelvin, the same person behind the Kelvin scale of temperature. Back in the Middle Ages, miners noticed that the deeper they dug into the Earth, the more the temperature increased. At the time, no one understood why the temperature rose as they went deeper. Then Lord Kelvin came and said, "Look, guys, I have a suggestion. From my point of view, the Earth used to be extremely hot in the past with a massive temperature, and maybe the whole planet was a giant flaming mass. This mass gradually began to cool over the years. The Earth's outer shell started cooling down, but the planet's interior still retains that massive heat. Part of this heat rises to the upper layers from time to time. So the farther we are from the Earth's core, the less we feel the heat, and the closer we are, the more the heat increases." At the time, everyone was like, "What are you saying, man? We don't understand anything." But what Kelvin meant was that in the early moments of Earth's formation, its temperature was extremely high, and its interior still retains that heat due to the rocky structure and surrounding layers. Even though Kelvin's statements were just hypotheses at the time, later science confirmed that the Earth's interior is indeed burning hot. But did it all stop with Kelvin? Did we just take his word and move on? The truth is, there were several attempts to explore this issue. The most famous was an experiment in 1970 by the former Soviet Union. The Soviets conducted one of the strangest drilling and mining experiments in human history. In 1965, some Soviet researchers proposed drilling a deep well that would reach tremendous depths into the Earth's interior. Through this well, they aimed to study everything related to the lower layers of the Earth and to understand exactly what lies beneath. Indeed, they chose a drilling site in the Russian city of Zapolyarny. After several years, they began drilling what later became known as the Kola borehole. The project started smoothly at first with no obstacles, and through the Kola borehole, the Soviets made great discoveries. They found gold and diamond-rich mines buried in the Earth's depths. They also discovered huge amounts of methane gas at extreme depths, previously believed to contain no biological matter. This later caused oil and natural gas explorers to reconsider the depths at which they drilled during exploration projects. Not to mention the vast amount of geological information they uncovered about the Earth's interior during the drilling. The project was going very well until something strange happened. In 1989, the Soviets announced they would stop drilling for undisclosed reasons after having reached over 12,000 meters into the Earth's interior. By 1992, they decided to halt the project entirely and even seal the borehole they had worked on for all those years. The project officials at the time explained the halt by saying the project ran out of funding and that they found temperatures at those depths were much higher than expected. The temperature at the depth they reached exceeded 300 degrees Celsius, while they had only planned for it to reach 100. And that was it. The project ended, and no new decisions were made regarding it. However, the public circulated the story widely, and rumors and legends started emerging, saying they stopped the project because they discovered strange creatures in the Earth's atmosphere, and that the deep hole made by the Soviets was like a portal that would allow creatures from the underworld to escape into ours. In the end, the Kola borehole remains the deepest point humans have ever reached through drilling. And the amazing part is, although the Kola borehole is only about 12 kilometers deep, that's not even a drop in the ocean when compared to the Earth's radius, which is about 6,371 kilometers. That's why many researchers consider the Kola borehole just a slight scratch on the Earth's outer crust, and the information we gain from it is nowhere near enough to truly understand the Earth's internal world. To understand more, we need to dig more. Science fiction films about journeys to the Earth's core always show people deep inside the Earth, even near the inner core, seeing lava and magma with their own eyes. The question is, can we actually do that in real life or not? In reality, we believe we can, but it's a bit hard, or rather very hard. Some scientists have suggested sending a shuttle toward the Earth's interior, like the ones NASA sends to planets and moons. They believe humanity should focus more on the Earth we live on, rather than space. From their point of view, the journey would start by creating a hole of suitable diameter, into which a huge amount of molten iron under high pressure would continuously be poured. This molten iron would push downward and leave behind a hollow passage through which metal equipment could pass. This would create a permanent passage between the Earth's surface and its interior. The idea might seem easy theoretically, but it's incredibly complex in reality. You might ask, what's the point of all this? What would we gain by reaching the Earth's interior? Why build a shuttle and a hole and all that? The truth is, the matter is very useful. Think with me. What's the biggest crisis in our current era that is expected to continue or even get worse in the coming years? The answer is simple: the energy crisis. Energy is the backbone of everything around us. One of the main reasons humanity has survived on Earth is due to energy. Research into the Earth's interior is linked to all types of energy we use: oil, natural gas, radioactive minerals, and more. But that's not the main point. There is another energy source inside the Earth that's entirely different from all the traditional sources we use. That source is geothermal energy. The Earth's internal heat is considered an alternative, clean, and renewable energy source. It exists in enormous quantities, and all it needs is the technology to harness it properly. If scientists can use that heat to generate energy, we'll have a continuous power supply that could last humanity for tens, hundreds, or even millions of years. And by the way, we don't need to reach the Earth's core to benefit from this energy. But at the very least, we must reach a depth where the temperature is high enough to generate energy. In this case, not only will studying the lower layers of the Earth be useful, it will also help transform the Earth into a better place. That's it. We're done. Who made it this far? Everyone who did. You're the best. Leave us a like before you go so we know how many reached the end. And don't forget, if you have any questions that confuse you, write them in the comments under the video so we can answer them. Goodbye.